You already know about all the top research institutes of India, such as IISc Bangalore, IISc Kolkata, all 7 IISers across India. What if I told you there is one institute and the only one that comes under the very reputed yet secretive Department of Atomic Energy, as opposed to all others coming under Department of Education? This particular institute I'm going to talk about can give you direct access to Bhabha Atomic Research Center and many other labs directly after you complete your education as a research scientist. The fees back in 2024 was 10,000 for entire semester, and the scholarship is 80,000 per year for every single student. This is the place I completed my studies from, so I'm going to talk more about it. What was my journey like? What can you take away from it? Why should you know about it? And how can you get access to this institute? This is NISER Bhubaneswar, as you might have guessed, which comes at rank 3 in Nature Index. So in this video, you'll get to know more about NISER Bhubaneswar that you might want to know, such as eligibility, exam, campus life, placements, research facilities. By the way, it has world-class facilities. How will your journey be look like from first year to fifth year? What are the options available to you? How much activities, leisures, traveling you get to do as a NISERite? And why I dropped IITs, BITS and other reputed colleges, engineering colleges per se, to join NISER Bhubaneswar. So this is Saumya Prakash, alumnus of NISER Bhubaneswar. I graduated last year with an integrated MSc in physics. And let's get started. So my journey starts from way back in class 6th, 7th and 8th when I was in my sort of childhood. And if you can relate, I was an avid reader about astronomy, cosmos, galaxies, universe, all that related sort of stuff, which fascinated me to such an extent that I, even more than my school curriculum back in my class 9th and 10th, I was studying more on black holes, quasars, neutrinos. And in those years, I guess in 2015-16, there was a Nobel Prize awarded on neutrinos being mass full. So by the way, that was my fascination towards science. So back at that time, I did not know about IISers, NISERs. IISc, of course, to some extent I knew because I was preparing for RMO and other Olympiad examinations. And I remember meeting a person in my school sports day who was a NISERite at that point in time. He was in 4th year at NISER, doing physics in astronomy or astrophysics, quasars and galaxies. I asked him, "Hey, Bhaiya, what do you do? I like your vibe." He was doing photography and all those things. So he sort of told me that I'm a scientist. I do basic science research and some of the keywords. And I got really intrigued by that. I asked more info about what kind of college are you in. I just want to get to this kind of a place where I can study all these stuff that you're right now doing. So he told me about NISER, CBS, some of the IISers. So what I did was I went back, started surfing internet about NISER, IISer. I didn't even know about the spelling of NISER. What I did was I typed NICER, NISER. So the search was nothing. Basically, it was all wrong. But NISER, Institute, Research, Astronomy. So that gave me the correct result. And it's NISER. Then I got very excited that, oh my God, this is the institute I need to go to. I sort of watched the pictures, research labs, photos, of course, on the website, faculty groups. And I got really, really excited. Back in my class 10. So that was my first encounter with a NISERite and an complete institute that was giving you stipend to study, 5,000 per month, which no other institute at that point in time was able to give you. And the fees was very low, of course, and a very reputed institute with world-class facilities. And I could pursue my dream, and it was not possible elsewhere in engineering colleges, medicines. And I didn't even take PCM or PCB at that point in time. So I sort of got connected to those guys on Facebook. I started chatting with them. Hey, I'm in class 10th, but wait for 2 years for me. I'll join you guys as a junior at NISER Bhubaneswar in 2018. But when I proceeded in class 11th, 12th, of course, due to societal pressure, parental things, you can relate. I wouldn't say pushed, but I started preparing for G, not NEET. So I took PCM, started full-fledgedly preparing for IIT JEE and other engineering competitive examinations. And that NISER dream sort of started to fade away. And since I was a topper in class 10, so everybody's expectation was pretty high. And due to distractions, deviations, I failed miserably in every single examination in class 12. barely qualified JEE mains by a couple of marks, got around 80% in boards. So everybody was asking my parents, I still remember societies, uncle, aunties, neighbors, hey, what happened to Soumya? Is he fine? He was a topper. We all were expecting very good results from him. I think you guys should take care of him. That sort of thing they used to tell my parents. And my parents would come back to my room and tell me all these things. I met that neighbor, that uncle. He was asking me about you. Are you fine? Why haven't you been studying? Why are your results so bad? And I got so upset to the point that I didn't even think about taking an admission. And I right away decided to take a drop. So I came here in Delhi, started to study for next year's JEE. That year was 2018. And I started preparing for 2019's IIT JEE exam. So I didn't have any other thing in my mind at that point in time. The month of June, July 2018, I started rigorously preparing for that. And in that year, I didn't think about NISER research, all these things. Fast forward to 2019, results came, got selected in JEE, got offers from IITs and IITs, top colleges, BITS Pilani. And just out of nowhere, I suddenly remembered that there is a form for NEST as well. So I registered for that exam on the very last day of the registration date, deadline basically. So I went to the examination anyways. And the funny part is, while I was sitting in the examination before starting it, and the instructions came on the screen, and there was a sentence flashing on the screen. It was blinking on, the font text was red and the font size was pretty big, that you need to attempt both maths and bio for NISER, for selection into NISER. And for CEBS, you can attempt either PCM or PCB. So I got scared. My God, I didn't study biology for 3 years to state. So sort of that thought came into my mind, struck my mind that right now it's impossible to get into NISER because obviously I won't be able to qualify the cutoff in biology. And let's just forget about the childish astronomy scientist dreams at that point. Let's keep that away. So all these things were going on in my mind before I was starting the NEST examination. But I did it anyways. Preparation was good enough for PCM. So I was through these 3 sections quite nicely, able to solve questions, although they were good. And immediately I came out of the exam hall, told my father, Papa, PCM was pretty good, but please don't expect any result from this because bio also I had attempted, which I have not studied for last 3 years. So he said, it's fine, let's go. So, but next week or 10 days, results came. Rank was pretty good, 150, 190. Got selected amongst one of the toppers in NEST examination, surprisingly. And but by that time, I had already taken admission in BITS Pilani, rejected from a couple of IIITs and one reputed college in Bangalore as well. So 3 colleges I already paid the fees to, and I was about to go to BITS Pilani. The date was already gone. I was supposed to be there a couple of days ago, and I was already late. So I booked my flight tickets to Rajasthan and all that stuff. But thought, let's go to NISER as well once for counts me, because the results was anyways there. And that thought I was unable to remove from my head. So I booked the flight tickets anyways, requested my parents, went to Bhubaneswar with my father. Very nice place, I must say. I fell in love with the city I first saw. And the campus itself, when I went to NISER, I immediately realized this is the place I want to spend my rest of 5 years in. So I sort of applied for withdrawal from admissions from all those 3 universities. One was BITS Pilani, one was in Bangalore, one was in IIIT Lucknow or something. And it did cost me some money because I had already paid some fees like 2 lakhs or something like that. So 50,000 to 1 lakh already gone. But I knew that NISER is where I'm going to be for next 5 years. And this is where I'm going to finish my education in BSc and MSc, integrated MSc. So I was really, really excited for NISER. By the way, NISER has an interesting history as well. So back in 2005 and 6, at that point, there were ISc Bangalore, IITs, NITs, IIITs across country. There was no specific reputed research institute with world-class facilities that can serve the nation by producing the research scientists or aspiring researchers. So the government under Prime Minister Manmohan Singh decided to build series of IISERs, Indian Institute of Science Education and Research. Initially, there were 4 or 5, and later they got expanded into 7, while simultaneously Department of Atomic Energy also ideated NISER. And fast forward to 2006, Prime Minister Manmohan Singh laid the foundation stone for NISER Bhubaneswar, and the first batch started in 2007. When you enter through the gate, on the left side, I was able to see a big mountain, so which later turned out to be the meditation center, the famous meditation center of NISER. It's situated on a hilltop, and the rest of the campus is basically on plain lands. On the right side, you have the whole academic area. So it starts with the center, very famous, the administration building. Then you have School of Chemical Sciences, then School of Biological Sciences. In the center, you have the very famous, very huge library building, come lecture hall complex, where you have very big 4 to 5 lecture halls with capacity of, I think, more than 300 students. LH5, LH4 has more than 200 seats, and similarly LH1, 2, 3, where most of the lectures in first, second years and many of the seminars, workshop would used to be held. And when you cross that, so it's basically a circular campus. So you start from one point after crossing all the academic area, then hostels, then some more things, you would reach again the meditation center, which eventually be on the left side of your entrance on the campus. So you have chemistry, biology, library section, and on the right side, you have the so-called elite physics sections and the math section, sorry. By the way, if you are in first year, you have to study all 4 subjects, physics, chemistry, maths, bio, and you get to choose your majors from your second year itself. So I was pretty clear that I need to choose physics or maths because I was already interested in astronomy and astrophysics. But I must tell you, when I started studying the classes, the teachers, the faculties were so amazing. Especially for biology, there was a faculty called Dr. Randeep Matthews. He's no longer there at NISER. He's now in US. He made biology. We basically studied evolutionary biology, cell biology, some of it, and those DNA evolutions, all these things I studied, and I was so fascinated by it that at some point in time, I even decided to take biology as a major in the second year when I didn't have a PCB background in my class 11th and 12th. The primary thing to take away from this is interests are very dynamic. Today, if you are interested in something, it does not necessarily mean it's going to sustain or stay there for the rest of your life or 1 to 2 years. I attended one of the workshops by a very famous scientist. I won't tell you the name. Urvashi Sinha, Raman Research Institute. She's very famous on quantum sensing. And that's the first time I heard about something called quantum. And I studied more about it. By studying, I mean I reached out to people, I watched some videos and that sort of stuff. I immediately got interested about it. And astronomy was no longer my dream. I rather shifted to quantum computing, technology, communication, sensing, all that thing. And I decided that this is the thing I will be doing in next 3 to 4 years at a world-class standard, because I am at a world-class college with world-class facilities. So that's the standard I was going to set for myself, and surrounded by world-class faculties, very nice peer groups. By the way, a very good thing about good institutes, be it IISc Bangalore, IITs, IISer, NISER, you are surrounded by really good peer groups, right? And they propel you to think more, think in different arenas, directions. Somebody is interested in biology, somebody talks about physics, somebody even talks about philosophy and philosophy of just studying science, just be there and making things happen. And that excites you. That's how the academic life usually works. So I think I've talked enough about the academics. There were, of course, labs in the first year, second year, apart from humanities courses as well. Humanities department is pretty well established at NISER as well. So as opposed to, you might think there should be science, everyone should be talking science. Yes, of course, that is there, the major part of it. But humanities is there to inform of sociology, economics, psychology, urban studies, literature, and all that stuff is always there, right? So you might not relate to what I'm saying right now, but it's very important that at later stage of time, when you actually do science, any part of it, physics, chemistry, maths, bio, you should be able to relate it with the notion of conveying it to the society via humanitical forms of studies like sociology, psychology. So that's one of the facilities that you get to explore when you are at a top research institute, right? And that's something you have to explore, that you have to feel, that you have to experience it firsthand when you actually are at one of the IISers or NISER. How to get there, I'll let you know in the later part of this video. So that is about the academics. By the way, for the first 3 years, you get to have double occupancy hostels. So you have a roommate. So 2 people live in a room. Hostels are pretty good. Rooms are spacious. There are shared washrooms that created issues for many people. But apart from that, girls, I think from the first year itself, they were allotted single rooms in my batch. And later on, they were also asked to shift to double rooms because more people came to campus and student strength basically increased. So 200 people are supposed to study in a single year. In my batch, not all the seats were filled because they sort of stopped the counseling process beyond a particular rank of 700 or so. And around 160 to 170 people took admission in the first year. Now that you are here, so let's talk about what's in it for you. How can you make your journey? How can you reach to institutes like NISER Bhubaneswar? What is the eligibility criteria? What all things you need to follow, keep in mind, and prepare? By the way, if you're in class 11th or 12th, you have to have either PCM or PCB background. If you have PCMB, that should work as well. And in class 12th, you need to score more than 60% marks. So PCM, PCB, both can give you admissions in next examination. Right now, you only need to attempt only 3 subjects. Okay, the best 3 out of 4 will be counted. There is a minimal score that you need to do in all 3 subjects. And apart from that, when you cross the overall cutoffs, you should be able to get admission. By the way, if you score more than 100 marks or so in next examinations out of 180, that should be a safe score to get into NISER. Droppers are allowed. For more information to check about PYQs, answer keys, solutions, you might have to go to the free material section of SciAstra or the Nest Examination.in. Both the links are given in the description, so go check it out and let us know what you feel. So admission process for NISER is done now. By the way, Nest offers you admission into NISER as well as CEBS Mumbai as well, so Center of Excellence in Basic Sciences. It comes under University of Mumbai. If you want to know more about it, comment down CEBS, or you want a full video on CEBS or shorts, we will bring out some information for you. Fast forward to admission or shifting, you'll have to go with your full luggage, all the essentials. A laptop is recommended, all your clothes, luggage to NISER Bhubaneswar. Weather is pretty good. By the time you will be getting admissions, it will be raining, most probably. So do remember to bring an umbrella with you. That's the most important thing you'll want to have at NISER, even more than your jackets and clothes. Of course, they are necessary. I'm just joking. But umbrella is a must to have at NISER, okay? In the first year, like I already said, you will be allotted double occupancy hostel that will be there with you for the rest 3 years. So first year, second year, third year is your basically BSc. Last 2 years, you will be given a single room in a single occupancy hostel. It can be Mahanadi, it can be Ganga, Yamuna, something else. By the way, girls and boys hostels are separate. They are not co-ed. Canteens and mess are there now at NISER where both genders are allowed, but girls cannot go to boys' rooms and vice versa. So that's not there at NISER, and the administration is quite strict about it. By the way, some people do find a way to bypass these things and make their way to different kinds of hostels, but that's not what is recommended here. But hostels are pretty spacious, rooms are good. The mattress, the pillows are, you need to take yourself. Only the bed, table, chair, and cupboard will be given to you. If you don't have laptop or PC of your own, that's what many people don't have. Like when I went to NISER, I went with a keypad phone, not the smartphone at this point of time. And from the first day itself, all the batch group shifted to WhatsApp. And I was unaware of how WhatsApp works. I didn't have any. My laptop as well was a very basic one. It took me 3 to 4 months to buy a smartphone with my scholarship. So a smartphone is absolutely necessary. Laptop is recommended. If you don't have, there is a computer center for you to use. Libraries are open most of the time, like 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. in the night or 11 p.m. Varies. CC labs are mostly open 24 hours, computer center labs. They are pretty good, lots of systems. There's no shortage of any equipment, anything. You can use them freely as per your wishes. By the way, in the first year, NISER has the most rigorous curriculum in India. I guarantee you this, and you will have to get through things by your hard work, by your resilience and conviction. This is what we also do at SciAstra. When we teach you, train you, mentor you, guide you in batches like Kalam, Daman, Vikram, Homi, we don't just want you to learn things, we want you to build that scientific temperament so that when you actually make your way to these institutes, you don't suffer like many other guys who come from JEE or NEET background. By the way, many of my batchmates just came to NISER for the money and less fees and the research facilities. Your mornings and second part of the day is what you'll be spending in your classes plus labs for the rest of your 4 to 5 years. And the evenings are usually, I would say, nice, colorful, vibrant. Why? Because there are various clubs, sports activities, cultural clubs, sports club. In cultural clubs, you have DMC, very famous dance and music, drama and music club, something like that. I still don't know the name. I was a part of that for 4 years. There you have a social service club, Zaria. They have done pretty good things in the Bhubaneswar area. If you talk about Zaria Club, pretty much most of the social service guys know about us in the whole region. So you have, apart from that, film club, literature club, painting club, music club, all sorts of clubs are there. And um, although there are not hundreds of people you see in each of the clubs, there are a handful of people, but there are all, those guys are pretty enthusiastic and talented and experts in whatever field. So, for example, if in the literacy club, there are 6 to 8 guys and girls, all of them are pretty good in literacy. Okay, so if you want to have a discussion, those are the people you should meet to discuss about philosophy, life, literature, all these things. Similarly, that's true for other cultural clubs as well. There are dance club as well. In the sports side, you have pretty much all the facilities. Very good tennis courts are there, basketball court, cricket fields. By the way, NISER has a very large and a standard cricket field. There are badminton courts, and accordingly, clubs dedicated to each of the sports as well. Badminton, cricket, Coco. And that is the reason that NISER wins so many medals in Inter-ISER Culture Meet, IIScm, that happens every year in the months of December at in rotation to various ISER campus and IISc campuses. And there is also a sports meet. So Inter-ISER Sport Meet, IISM. So if you're a part of any of ISER's, NISER, IISc Bangalore, you get to experience these vibrant things. You have a chance to go to IIScm or IISM based on which are you interested in. By the way, all this is completely paid off. Okay, you get very nice jerseys, hoodies, all those schwacks, and it's literally amazing. So IISM, I think, goes on for a week or so. 7 to 8 days. IIScm is slightly shorter and goes out for 3 to 4 days. And at the end of IIScm, IISM, you have a gala dinner with all the ISERites, NISERites, IISc Bangalore, same in IIScm. And these dinners are pretty amazing. You have a very wild concerts that happens on the last night. And by the way, a very funny thing, the first ever medal that NISER won in Inter-ISER Culture Meet, IIScm, that happened at ISER Pune in 2022. NISER went there for the first time offline. And the first ever medal was given in stand-up comedy. And I secured that medal. I came third in stand-up comedy. And my God, I still remember that night. There were 10 performers from 10 institutes, 7 ISERs, I think CABS, IISc, and NISER. So 10 competitors were there. And since NISER was not participating, we decided at the last moment, and I was given the last number at 12 a.m. So the competition started at 8 p.m. or 8:30, and it went on for till 12:30 a.m. in the midnight. And oh my God, what was the vibe in the ISER Pune auditorium? It was completely household. People were standing back there. They were sitting on the stairs. There is a balcony as well that was completely full too. And what was the amazing performances by each and every person. I think ISER Bhopal's guy, I still know him. He's a good friend. He came first. What an amazing performance he delivered. And similarly, like, I came third unexpectedly because I didn't prepare much. And whole NISER crowd was shouting like crazy. we were dancing and celebrating as if we came first in the whole IIScm. So although that was just a third position, but that meant a huge for us. And that pushed the whole NISER contingent for the rest of IIScm to perform really well in other places as well. So that happened in the first day as well. So this is something I still cherish. I'm very grateful to for all the support and friendship that I got there. By the way, if you also want to know more about the placements, research options, do let us know. We'll make a full detailed video for you, okay, which you can take reference to. By the way, the same thing you also do for first, second, third, fourth year. Subjects will change. Internships will happen in the summers or winters. You will get opportunities to visit various ISERs, IITs, other institutes. Many people also go abroad in third, fourth, fifth years, right? And in the last 1 or 2 years, depending on which subject you are in physics and maths, you get a 1 full year to do your master's thesis. In chemistry, bio, you get 2 years to do that. And some people also get to publish their own research. I also had a research paper published with my thesis work. And after that, you can apply for PhDs, jobs, wherever you are interested in. By the way, if you don't want to do PhDs, then many people opt for MBA, government examinations, private sector jobs as well. Yes, there are jobs that happen after integrated MSc from ISER and NISER. You can go to pharmaceuticals, data science, IT, teaching, corporates, many other places. We'll talk more about that in the full video being out soon. But this is about my journey at NISER, how I made it there, what was my manifestations, academics, campus life, cultural life, extracurriculars, and the impact that those people around you on yourself. So if you like this video, then hit the subscribe button to SciAstra English for more such stories about different campuses of India, and hype this video so it can reach more people. That will also help us out. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.